I'm Glenn McConnell, the class of 1969 and president of the College of Charleston. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to the College of Charleston Spring Commencement. This is a truly special day, not only for you, but for your family, your friends, and for our entire campus community. It's a day of endings and a day of beginnings. As we all know, graduation is the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. The road here was not easy. It was never intended to be. A College of Charleston education is not for the faint of heart. Our faculty challenged you. They demanded the best of you. They pushed you to think clearly, deeply, and independently. You've weathered those tests and have proven yourself indeed worthy of a College of Charleston degree. For us, the trustees, the administrators, the faculty, the staff, the parents, the family members, the friends, and the loved ones, we all have the great honor of sharing in this, your moment of triumph. Please stand and join as Courtney Porcio, a rising junior vocal performance major, sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Courtney. That was absolutely beautiful. Looking out across the sea of smiling faces, I am inspired. Members of the class of 2015, I know what you have gone through to get to where you are right now. The all-nighters, the 20-page papers, the sore, clenched hands scratching out essays on your final exams. But those things didn't break you. You had the drive, the discipline, the spirit to never give up, to discover new depths of strength you didn't even know that you had. That's what we saw in you when you applied to the College of Charleston. And today you have justified our confidence in you. All along, we knew you were different. You were smart, curious, and adventurous in ways that others were not. Early on, we saw the dreamer, the leader, the innovator in you. And those things are the things that the college has worked to cultivate. As our faculty can attest to, you've learned many, many lessons during the course of your college career. However, two important teachers, ones not dressed in academic robes and regalia, are present here today as well. The physical campus and the traditions of the College of Charleston. They too have knowledge to impart, 4 lessons that will stay with you for a lifetime. The first lesson is a message that comes from the second stanza of our alma mater, and it proclaims, and I quote, "Loyal sons and daughters, love thee, strive to conquer and prevail." That is what a College of Charleston education is meant to do. The world does not need another cog in the machine. You are to go forth, take risk, live the life extraordinary, make this world a better place. For a College of Charleston graduate, that is how we conquer and prevail. And you will. I know firsthand the power of this place. The guidance I received here, both from my professors and my fellow classmates, was transformative. It shaped my career as a lawyer, as a public servant, and continues to shape me now as a university president. I do not speak lightly when I say to you that I owe everything to this school. I believe you will come to learn this as well in your life. The second lesson can be found on the front of your program, where you will see the college's seal. It states, and I quote, "Wisdom itself is liberty." Remember that, because it is your education, your ability to learn and adapt that will give you the freedom to realize your dreams. The degree you receive here today provides a foundation upon which you will construct lives and careers as grand and as breathtaking as Randolph Hall. Our next lesson, taken from the Aeneid and etched in iron upon the gates leading into Cougar Mall, tells us to remember these things may bring us pleasure. The poet Virgil understood the need for thoughtful reflection, and he reminds us to appreciate our experiences, both the good and the bad, because all of it shapes us. Our last lesson, found in the Greek phrase above the porter's lodge, sounds deceptively simple, but it represents the incredible complexity of the human condition. Know thyself, it says. Know thyself is not so much a lesson, really, but a charge to never stop learning. These 4 lessons, visible on this campus and written into our traditions, have always resonated with me and other alumni. In my own life, I have found that by coming back to this campus, your mind and your spirit will be re-energized and your curiosity reignited. This place is your intellectual home. It will be yours as well. As you will soon learn, today is not the conclusion of the College of Charleston experience. Far from it. Today is simply a new chapter. And after today, your personal journeys will take you places you can't even envision right now. I know when I graduated from the college 46 years ago, right here in this spot is sacred to generations of College of Charleston alumni. I didn't have a clue what the world had in store for me. So don't be nervous. That's how it's supposed to be. One thing I do know, you will forever stand out. As you pursue careers in the arts, the humanities, business, technology, education, the sciences, you will perceive possibility where others only see dead ends. You will challenge the status quo. You will be an agent of change. And you will discover that your star, yes, your star, it burns brighter. So class of 2015, I ask you to always strive to conquer and prevail, to never stop learning so that your life will be marked by wisdom and liberty, to remember fondly everything about your College of Charleston experience, and most importantly, to know thyself. You will find these lessons will always ring true. Congratulations, class of 2015. As part of our ceremony, we have the privilege to present honorary degrees to Gilda Cobb-Hunter, Gina Shapiro, and Sam Shapiro, who have also stood out in their careers, representing the high values of leadership and service that we cherish here on this campus. Ladies and gentlemen, for the conferring of the honorary degrees, I will now be joined by the chair of our Board of Trustees, Greg Padgett, Trustees Demetria Clemens and John Bush. Would you please escort Gilda Cobb-Hunter to the lectern? For more than 2 decades, Gilda Cobb-Hunter has represented Orangeburg County in the South Carolina House of Representatives. She is among South Carolina's most respected and long-standing political leaders and has distinguished herself as a bold and thoughtful state representative. I hereby present Gilda Y. Cobb-Hunter, whose political leadership and impressive record of constituent service makes her a fitting candidate for the college's Doctor of Humane Letters.
Gilda Y. Cobb-Hunter, your longtime service to the citizens of South Carolina is an honorable and truly impressive accomplishment. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I declare Gilda Y. Cobb-Hunter is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters of and with all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Cobb-Hunter. Trustee Don Belt, would you please escort Gina Shapiro and Sam Shapiro to the lectern? Professor Marty Perlmutter, please join me at the lectern.
Few people have given so fully and so enthusiastically to the College of Charleston as Sam and Gina Shapiro. Their gifts to the college have enabled the exploration and deepening of faith, of community, of scholarship, and of friendship. The college is lucky to have such friends. I hereby present Gina Shapiro, whose commitment to excellence and learning makes her a fitting candidate for the Doctor of Humane Letters.
Regina Kronsberg Shapiro, you have nobly continued your parents' legacy of generosity and helped nurture a strong sense of community here on campus. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston, and committed to me, I declare Regina Kronsberg Shapiro is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Shapiro.
Samuel Robert Shapiro, your gifts to the college have made a world of difference for countless students and faculty, allowing them to explore new ideas, places, and friendships. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
Samuel Robert Shapiro, Your gifts to the college have made a world of difference for countless students and faculty, allowing them to explore new ideas and places and friendships. The College of Charleston is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston, and committed to me, I declare Samuel Robert Shapiro is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, Dr. Shapiro. Congratulations, Samuel. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Steve Swanson. Steve is a member of the class of 1989 and by all definitions a remarkable and successful entrepreneur. He generously gives of his time and expertise to worthy organizations, in addition to mentoring our students and people in Charleston's digital media and its technology industry. He is a model philanthropist and a staunch advocate for education through his work and leadership in providing opportunities that help students pursue their academic goals. He and Emily, who met as undergraduates on this campus, have made consistent annual gifts to the college since graduation, and they are the largest alumni donors to the College of Charleston. Steve and Emily have said on multiple occasions that it seems natural to give back to a school that gave them so much. They're a model for alumni engagement to our graduates, past, present, and future. Although we graduated some 20 years apart, we share a common experience and immense pride for this college. I'm very honored to be co-chairing with him the college's comprehensive fundraising campaign. Steve's wife, Emily, who received an honorary degree this morning, is in the audience. Emily, please stand so that we can properly recognize you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Dr. Steve Swanson. Good job, man.
Not sure I'm ever going to get over this doctor thing. First, let me thank President McConnell, Chairman Padgett, his fellow Board of Trustee members, faculty and staff, family and friends, and most importantly, College of Charleston graduates of the class of 2015. It's a great honor to be here today, and Emily and I are humbled to receive our honorary degrees with you from our beloved alma mater. It's also a great pleasure to stand here and welcome you as members of an elite group, alumni of the College of Charleston. Today marks the beginning of your journey, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to be here with you. It's hard for me to admit, but my own journey began 26 years ago as I walked across the cistern and received my degree in mathematics from the College of Charleston. Yes, it was May of 1989, and I can only tell you it doesn't feel like a quarter of a century has passed, although my body will argue otherwise. As I graduated from the college in 1989, I had the opportunity to join a startup called Automated Trading Desk, or ATD. Let me set the stage. It was a very different time, and quite frankly, a very different world. While email existed, I didn't have an email address. The internet was barely alive, and no one I knew had ever been on it. I'd seen cell phones, but they were bulky, brick-like devices, and no one I knew could possibly afford one. Looking back, that world seems completely backwards in comparison to the world of technology we've become accustomed to today. But that was the state of the world as I completed college and started ATD. The basic concept of ATD was to create computer systems that traded as well, if not better, than their human counterparts. In light of 1989 technology, this was nothing short of heresy in the financial industry. At the time, no one believed software could be trusted to handle orders to buy and sell stock. It was considered at best a pipe dream, and at worst, a madman's delirium. But that's exactly what we set out to do. Today, very few transactions occur without the automation that has been developed to manage millions of orders every day. ATD led the charge and changed the nature of equity trading. At our peak, we were responsible for executing 1 in every 9 equity trades in the US. And in 2007, we sold ATD for $680 million to Citigroup. By the time I left ATD and Citigroup in 2010, we were trading around the world with systems that were first developed in the garage of my partner and College of Charleston professor, Dr. James Hawks. Without a doubt, ATD was the journey of my life. As I look back on the success we found at ATD, I always come back to the College of Charleston as a core partner in that success. The liberal arts education I received at the college did an amazing job of preparing me for the business world. My professors and classes challenged me. They taught me to write effectively and think critically. The fact is, I don't believe any school could have done a better job positioning me for my future. I was trained in mathematics by Professor Dr. Gary Harrison, who retired just this last year. Dr. Harrison was my mentor and advisor, and he taught me to take abstract concepts and create mathematical models around them. This education proved to be a perfect primer for what would become the most important part of ATD's performance. Another key to ATD's success was our hiring of interns directly from the college. As we grew in the late 90s, we began to hire these incredibly smart students from the College of Charleston. We hired students from biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics, and all across campus. Quite frankly, I didn't care what degree they were pursuing. I wanted the brightest students we could find. We taught these interns to trade, and these brilliant men and women became the engine that drove ATD forward. That success ultimately caught Citi's attention and convinced them to acquire ATD. Indeed, I feel a great deal of gratitude to the college, as ATD's success was largely supported by our school. Now for a confession. Early in my career, I bought into the commonly held belief that to be truly successful, one had to attend a prestigious, preferably Ivy League, university. I held this belief so strongly that in 1995, I applied to Harvard's MBA program. I spent an inordinate amount of time preparing my application, and I felt pretty good about my prospects. Much to my surprise, Harvard rejected me. At the time, I took this as a distinct failure. Failure is an ugly word. Failure hangs there. It's personal. It's painful. It made me question my ability to be successful. But once I got over feeling sorry for myself, I dug in. I redoubled my efforts to make an ATD a success. Yes, there were many long hours, but those efforts shifted ATD from a marginally successful operation into an incredibly successful firm. As I look back on it, this rejection was the best thing that could have happened to me. I see the Harvard rejection, among other events, as having shaped who I am. Over the span of my career, I have failed many times, but each of those events has taught me valuable lessons. Learn from your mistakes, and dare I say your failures, but do not dwell on them. Realize there is more to learn from those experiences than from your successes. Always aim to succeed, but realize that anything worth doing entails some risk. And if you take risks, at times you will fail. Dust yourself off when that happens and get back to it as quickly and aggressively as possible. I think I made every classic mistake a young manager will make, but I learned from those mistakes. My management style is based on lessons learned from those early mistakes and is what made me an effective leader as I became CEO of ATD. I've also made mistakes that in hindsight were pretty obvious. The worst occurred in the early 2000s as I decided to challenge Goldman Sachs directly in a market they dominated. I saw this as something of a David versus Goliath battle, and I was convinced that ATD's success would allow us to take on even the biggest in the industry. What I didn't consider was Goldman's willingness to price their product at below a level that would be profitable to ensure that we could not gain a foothold. In the end, my hubris lost ATD significant time and money. From that experience, I learned to focus on products and projects that could not be easily replicated by every firm. Instead, we crafted products around our core competencies that took years for other firms to recreate. Again, a substantive mistake taught me valuable lessons that helped me position ATD into the success it became. Let me share with you one of my favorite quotes by Theodore Roosevelt from his Man in the Arena speech. "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best, in the end knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat." Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2015, my charge to you is this: find your passion, dare to be bold, don't be one of those timid souls. The college has prepared you to take on the world ahead. Take advantage of what you've learned here. Bring positive energy and enthusiasm to your career. It's always easy to find reasons why something won't work. Instead, be that person who finds ways to make ideas come to life. Before I finish, I'd also ask you to stay in touch with the college, our college. Stay in touch with your advisors, your faculty, your mentors. These people will continue to help you through your career. The college has so much more to offer than the diploma you received today. In my experience, the college has provided my education, my partners, my employees, and so many friends I cannot begin to count. I'd ask you to join Emily and me and give back to your alma mater. I'm certain you'll find, as we have, that the college will give you much more in return. More than a quarter century has passed since Emily and I graduated from the college. The world has changed tremendously in those years, but those changes are nothing compared to what we're going to see in the next 25. We'll see everything change over and over at an accelerated pace. The future will be fraught with many challenges. Learn to see challenges as opportunities. Take advantage of this golden age and embrace that change. I stand before you today, a graduate of the College of Charleston, and a man who had the opportunity to change the world through my firm, ATD. Starting here at the College of Charleston, we changed the nature of global trading. I look forward to seeing how you, the class of 2015, will change the world in your own ways. Thank you, and enjoy your day.
Thank you for being with us, Dr. Swanson, and thank you for your heartfelt and eloquent remarks. You've challenged us all, as Teddy Roosevelt said, to dare greatly. I am Interim Provost Brian McGee. It is my pleasure to announce first our William Aiken Fellows, second, our graduates earning a 4.0 grade point average, and third, our Bishop Robert Smith awardees. First, we are pleased to recognize our graduating class of William Aiken Fellows. Those students are the ones bearing medals hanging from gold and maroon ribbons. Aiken Fellows are all members of our Honors College and were selected based on superior academic performance. As Aiken Fellows, they have participated in a range of activities aimed at their development as scholars and professionals in their fields of choice. All 8 fellows are graduating with Latin honors, 3 of them with the highest designation, summa cum laude. Of the 8, 1 is a winner of the John Lewis Gervais Jr. Award, named for the valedictorian of the class of 1794. This award recognizes the highest 4.0 grade point average for a student in the Honors College. In addition, among the Aiken Fellows, 6 had international experiences across 7 different countries. 3 are entering top-ranked graduate programs. 1 was a Division I athlete and won the Stuart Walker Cup. 2 have been offered jobs at nationally recognized companies, and 5 presented their research at national or international conferences. Would all of the William Aiken scholars present at this ceremony please rise? Please be seated. In addition, at this afternoon's ceremony, we have the honor of recognizing 2 students who have earned a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Nora Magdalene Grossman, a double major in classics and Spanish. And Alana Kaylin Johnson, a major in political science. Congratulations, and again, you may be seated. The Bishop Robert Smith Award is the highest honor a student can receive during his or her career at the College of Charleston. Recipients of this award are chosen on the basis of demonstrated leadership and academic excellence. I am pleased to announce that at a recent award ceremony, the Bishop Robert Smith Award was presented to the following 3 students. I ask that each student stand as I call his or her name. First, Andrew Spector, a major in psychology. Second, Isabel Williams, a major in political science. And third, Marino Magayar Baldocci, a major in psychology. Congratulations, and you may be seated. Next, Ryan Spraker will make remarks on behalf of the undergraduate student body, followed by Dylan Mazelis, representing the senior class.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Provost McGee. My name is Ryan Spraker, and it has been my privilege to serve as the undergraduate student body president here at the college this past year. First, on behalf of the undergraduate student body, congratulations to our bachelor's degree candidates. Give yourselves a round of applause. Today marks a momentous day in the lives of so many. Here on these hallowed grounds of the Cistern Yard, we find families beaming with pride in their loved ones. Professors who cannot believe that the girl from the back left corner could make such an accomplishment. And younger siblings in awe of their older brother. And we have our graduates. Graduates who have come to know thyself over the last few years here at the College of Charleston. These graduates seated on stage have pulled all-nighters to complete that final paper. They've worked for hours to ensure that the 5th decimal point was just right on a lab report. And they've made fast friends with a random new roommate at 4 a.m. They've reached new heights, and they've even found a few lows. But together, these graduates have done 2 things. They've been inspired, and they have inspired. Whether it was their professors in the School of Business, the Department of Political Science, or the Science Lab, or their extracurricular learning in the School of King Street, the Department of Folly Beach, or the Office of the Battery. These graduates have been inspired to achieve their goals. Having been the recipients of inspiration from their mentors, professors, families, and friends, these College of Charleston graduates are now ready to go out into the world and inspire others. The world waits eagerly to see the incredible contributions that they will make by inspiring those around them. And they've already begun this journey by inspiring their residents as RAs, leading student organizations, pushing through the unpaid internships, and helping out a neighbor in need. These graduates are ready to go out into the world to be the next doctor, historian, musician, politician, or attorney, knowing that their time at the College of Charleston has prepared them to take on the boundless opportunities that await them. Today, they receive their golden ticket, their pathway to inspiring others, their College of Charleston degree. Congratulations, class of 2015, and best of luck as you cross this cistern and begin your boundless journey of inspiration. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Good afternoon, everyone. This place really is magical, isn't it? Well, as beautiful and amazing as our campus may be, I've learned over the past few years that the magic isn't in the place, but in the people. It's in the relationships, the connections, moments of vulnerability and of inspiration. That's where the magic really comes from, and that's something that will be with us long after we leave this campus. I would like to thank all of the faculty, staff, and administration, all of my family, and all of my incredible friends, shout out to Kai and Tasia, who have really helped create an environment here so full of energy, one that has allowed us to really truly shine. I would also like to leave y'all with a couple of challenges. First, share your story with others. People will listen, they will be receptive, as long as you take a moment to be honest. We cannot grow or move forward without letting others learn from our perspectives, and this sharing can often have more influence than you might think. So open yourself up and take a moment to listen to their stories in return. You won't regret it. Second, do not waste your time looking at the glass as half empty or half full. Just go get yourself a refill. Whether there's an opportunity for growth or a change to be made, or even if you're just feeling a little thirsty, go out there and fill that glass back up. Take action. Take action and get the most... Take action and get the most out of the hand you've been dealt that you possibly can. Only you have that power. Blessed be the tie that binds, and congratulations to my class of 2015. Thank you. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce Sherwood Myler, class of 1974, who will speak on behalf of the Alumni Association.
It's a real honor for me to take part in your graduation today. As president-elect of the Alumni Association, I welcome you as our newest members and invite you to join our family of over 60,000 alumni of the College of Charleston. You'll be a member of an alumni association that was founded in 1888 and exists to promote the welfare of the College of Charleston. This is your alumni association, and I encourage you to become actively involved. This is your time, this is your college. Take advantage of all the Alumni Association has to offer you as an alumni. As you get ready to start this new phase of your life, I'd like to share a few thoughts as someone who participated in this same commencement a few years after Dr. Glenn, although in some ways it just seems like yesterday. Make the most of your education you've received here. You are well prepared for whatever path you take. The friends you made here will be some of the best friends you ever have. Stay connected with each other and the college. Come back for a Charleston affair every year. Get involved. We have 39 alumni chapters throughout the United States and 3 overseas, and we are adding more every year. If you move to a city with a chapter, get involved. If there's not a chapter in your area, think about starting one. Give back. Keep up this philanthropic spirit after graduation, because it is our duty to give back to our alma mater and make sure those who come after us enjoy the same wonderful experience that we did. There's a tradition involving your class ring. Before graduation, students wear the ring with the seal facing in. But at graduation, the seal is turned so that it then faces out. This indicates that you are now alumni of the College of Charleston and ready to go out in the world. Congratulations and good luck to all of you. Please remember, your Alumni Association will always be here for you. I'd also like to take just one moment and recognize and thank the members of the Student Alumni Associates who are serving as the marshals for today's commencement. This ceremony would not be possible without their dedicated service. Real congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherwood. We have already celebrated 3 degree presentations, and now we celebrate 800 more. First, the Audium Baccalaureatus degrees will be awarded. The AB degree. The AB degree in classics requires significant coursework in both Greek and Latin. Other AB majors at other universities require significant coursework in only Greek or Latin. The College of Charleston has awarded this degree for more than 2 centuries. That grand tradition continues today. Will the following candidates please rise? Catherine Taylor Babb, a major in classics. Melissa Ann Graham, a triple major in classics, history, and foreign language education. Jennifer Leslie Hill, a major in classics. Hannah Carol McDermott, a double major in classics and English. Morgan Nicole Rhodes, a major in English. Brittany Jessica Ann Rogers, a major in English. William Logan Scott, a major in classics. Angela Bryce Tuggle, a major in English. And Margaret Kathleen Tuttle, a major in classics. I would ask those on the stage, with the exception of these candidates, to please remain seated in order for the audience to see the candidates. However, to the audience, it is a tradition that the audience stand when this degree is awarded. With the audience in the Sistine Yard, please rise. Curatoribus, Hoc Oratorum, Tribuentibus, Ho Iuvenae in Humanioribus, Literae Preclare, Eruditus, ad gradum Audium Baccalaureatus, admissi. Congratulations. You can be seated. Thank you. Chair Padgett, Interim Provost McGee, Interim Executive Vice President of Student Affairs Jerry Cabot, and Dr. Swanson will assist with the presentation of the bachelor's degrees. Professor Jessica Smith from the Department of Communication, Professor Andrew Alwine from the Department of Classics, and Professor Heath Hoffman from the Department of Sociology and Anthropology will announce the names and majors of our graduates. Upon the successful completion of all degree requirements, and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor, ladies and gentlemen, to present to you the bachelor's degree candidates of 2015.
Assisting with the graduates from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences will be Dean Gerald Hale. For the bachelor's degree in anthropology, joining us will be Professor Tracy Burkett, chair of the department. Olivia Lee Adams, cum laude, also meets requirements for archaeology and the Honors College. The Honors College certificates were awarded by Dean Tricia Folds Bennett at a separate ceremony yesterday. Jamie Lynn Amick also meets requirements for archaeology. Emily A. Barron. Zach Henry Bartholomew, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for archaeology and the Honors College. Caitlin Marie Biedenbaugh. Caitlin Renee Bennett, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for archaeology and the Honors College. Lauren Danielle Brahmi also meets requirements for French and Francophone studies. April Marie Carboni. Emily Talia Chikohai Moore. William Gibbs Craddock. Jane Latimer Goodwin. Julia Susanna Grunslith Gold. Emily Michelle Hilliard, cum laude. Kathleen Mavornine Holden. Aline Dorothy Hope, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for archaeology and the Honors College. Quicker. Harry Lee Huntley. Jordan Thomas Latham. Brittany Ann Joelle Lyson. Sarah Jane Lyles. David Jurgen Medley, cum laude, also meets requirements for history. Megan Kelly Murphy also meets requirements for biology and the Honors College. Catherine Connor Nocella, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Brawin McKayleen Phillips. Samantha Margaret Smith. Shelby Elizabeth Steck also meets requirements for marine biology. Kelsey Elizabeth Tigner, summa cum laude. Benjamin David Wider. For the bachelor's degree in communication, joining us will be Professor Bethany Goodyear, chair of the department. Fida Rachel Aaron. Courtney Kilmartin Adams. Jonathan Walter Aaron. Sienna Jean Badera. Lenny Samantha Ballinger. Kimberly Jean Baranowski. Cassandra Lynn Barber. Jillian Michelle Berry. Madison Taylor Batson. Margaret Esme Bellamy. Lydia Helen Bennett. Luke Allen Bergvist, cum laude. Emma Kaling Blitch. Lynn Nicole Ballenbacker, cum laude. Elizabeth Jean Bora. Michael Roger Borer. John Michael David Brock. Ebony Shalima Bryant. Rachel Alexandra Buckingham. Morgan Rowe Buckley. English Alexander Birch. Colleen Sweeney Burdett. Hannah Colleen Burke. Anthony Rollins Burnham. Anthony is a graduate of the REACH Certificate Program. Gwen Christina Burnham Fay. Mary Catherine Burns, cum laude. Sally Anderson Cardwell. Mary Allison Cargill. Savannah Ashley Cassidy. Anne Samuel Kavanaugh. Colby Catherine Chapman. Jessica Lee Chapman. Emily Ann Sizeski, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emily Weld Collins. Renee Catherine Connolly. Brittany Elise Cooper, also meets requirements for political science. Caroline Marie Claire Cothran. Julie Elenia Chismadia. Ashley Elizabeth Curtis. Oliver Burnett Davies. Laura Megan Davis. Molly Ann Dennis. Isabella Lucia Di Vincenzo, cum laude. Julia Christine DiMarco, cum laude. Nicolette Di Maria. Rebecca Caroline Drury, cum laude. Tyler Mackenzie Durham. James Michael Dyer, magna cum laude. Sarah Caitlin Eastwood, summa cum laude. Colby Lynn Erico. Claire Elizabeth Fidel, cum laude. Alexandra Ray Fahori, magna cum laude. Kathleen Elizabeth Farmer. Samuel Whitting Farr. Kendall Asher Fay, cum laude. Ashley Ann Fields. John Northrop Fisher III. Morgan Tess Garrison. William Cap Glick. Catherine Hale Gore, magna cum laude. Harrison Rogoff Goffstrand. Colin Lamar Greer. Matthew Joseph Griffin. Jessica Taylor Grimes. Samantha Blair Grow. Michelle Haley Gadera. Haley Margaret Habenicht, summa cum laude. Alexandra Jordan Haig. Emily Tyler Haney. Robert Anderson Haney, Jr. Caroline Calloway Harris. Anna Nicole Love Helmerick. Morgan Elizabeth Horner. Jacqueline Leah Horton. Alexandra Jordan Housend, also meets requirements for computer science. Caroline Elizabeth Hubble, cum laude. Katie Jane Huey. Olivia Lauren Iacovoni. Dakota Kathleen Isaacs. Margaret Page James. Joanne Patricia Johnson, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Rebecca Jane Kahn. Megan Healy Stewart. Ellen Ashley Spellman. Kirsten Annalisa Kane. Hannah Elizabeth Charney, cum laude. Chelsea Ray Williams Kellerhouse. Jordan Kelly. Patrick James Kelly, cum laude. Caroline Rose Kinney, also meets requirements for political science and the Honors College. Kevin Garcia King. Caroline Robbie King. Hope Marie Clicker. Kristen Irene Klimick. Emily Ann Kokolaski. Kristen Simone Korbanix. Kelsey Ann Kreitler, summa cum laude. Christina Marie Kunasik. Catherine Ann Ledoux. Eric Allen LaFontaine. Peyton Nicole Lee, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Carrison Eve Lehman. Mary Foley Leonard. Allison Elizabeth Letourneau. Elizabeth Gilliard Long. Caleb Brandon Lowe. Rachel Elizabeth Luce. Jason Wesley Lutz. Jasmine Sarah Major. Lindsay Marie Maloney. Julia Ray Margolis. Paige K. Marshall. Cynthia Leanne Martin. Connor Joseph Martin. Tony Amber Monty. Clifton Dean McDaniel, cum laude. Kylie Brienne McDevitt. Madison Allie McGee. Molly Gager McTarnahan. Aaliyah Elizabeth Muhammad, cum laude. Bridget Ann Murphy. Grace Amelia Newell. Stetson Elliott Newman. Bridget Florence O'Leary. Kyla Barbara Orn, cum laude.
Is this Melissa? Are you Melissa?
Melissa Ann Page. Trenton Chase Pardue. Christina Marie Piperato, cum laude. Jessica Marie Rabin. Lily Beatrice Rout. Sarah Elizabeth Ray. Kelly Nicole Reese. Jared Roy Rhodes. Christopher Merrick Reese. Sabrina Infante Riato. Chelsea Marjone Rostampor. Alana V. Shept. Michaela Ann Schmidt, cum laude. Devin Eva Schmolk. Caden Alexis Scott. Jenna Faye Seelig, cum laude. Dustin Allen Shaw, magna cum laude. Tira Lane Siegel. Caitlin Marie Sigley. Anna Camille Slay. Catherine Greenfield Sluter. Kristen Taylor Smith. Andrew David Sperling. Jillian Claire Spaleric, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Camilla Gray States, cum laude. Kelly Ruth Stripmatter. Rachel Weatherford Tant. Elijah Isaac Taylor. Jessica Martin Thayer, cum laude. Ann Wilson Trulasky. Clint Landry Thomas. Mariana Grace Thomas. Benjamin Story Thompson, cum laude. Gianni Milana Turner. Caitlin Ann Verone. Elizabeth Elena Vidiello. Brittany Ann Walker. Taylor Lynn Ward. James Christopher Wintley. Jesse Dawson Wire. Margaret Whiteley. Tori Elise Williams, cum laude. Arlene Hastings Wilson. Stephanie Marie Wingirter. Catherine Victoria Witcher. Ashley Nicole Wyndham. Tamra Marie Yunkins. Peyton Taylor Zandy. For the bachelor's degree in English, joining us will be Professor Scott Peoples, chair of the department. Dumla Melody Alkin, cum laude. Doma. Also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Megan Ariel Angelo also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Madeline Reagan Berry, cum laude. Sydney Claire Beckner. Casey Tana Bolin, summa cum laude. Caroline Tabor Boyce. Aaron McNeil Clark, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jenna Connor also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Campbell Bolt Cornelson. Christina Grace D'Antoni, cum laude. Kelly Taylor Dillon, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Duell, cum laude, also meets requirements for theater. Hannah Marie Evans, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Brittany Grace Fortuna. Natalie Brooke Fortune, cum laude. Molly Marie Frizzell. Elizabeth Ann Gerdes, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Caroline Grace Gooden, cum laude. Mary Crunden Greiska also meets requirements for communication. Jared Owen Hardy. Sabrina Nicole Henson. Benjamin Charles Hintz, cum laude. Ian Lancaster Horner. Matthew Raymond Horton. Parker M. Howard. Christopher Joseph Huber. Susan Elizabeth Jackson, cum laude. Emily Eden James. Emily Eileen Jenkins, cum laude. Jessica Elizabeth Carroll. Valerie Marie Keller, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Nathaniel James Kelly. Aislinn Margaret Lavoy. Christine Elizabeth McSwain. Kaya Margaret Mead, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Norris Aubrey Moore. Catherine Elizabeth Mueller. Matthew Carroll Navy. E. Daner Benjamin Nihara. Melissa Marie Leonard Peckham. Samantha Nicole Piergross, cum laude, also meets requirements for history. Alexandra Deanne Proy. Kevin Cheney Ray, cum laude. Morgan Nicole Rhodes. Brittany Jessica Ann Rogers, magna cum laude. Brianna Sakaro. Ariana Elizabeth Santos. John Preston Setsko. Elizabeth Jean Sachko. Ethan Douglas Smith. Amelia Nicole Navarrete, cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Jessica Ann Salmag, cum laude, Salmag G, excuse me, cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Erin Marie Stewart. Lakai Danielle Taylor. Mary Elizabeth Treneman. Angela Bryce Tuggle. Sarah Elizabeth Thierry. Catherine Brooks Vaughn also meets requirements for communication. Patrick Graham Walker, magna cum laude. Adeline Jane White. Sarah Renee Williams. For the bachelor's degree in history, joining us will be Professor Bernard Powers, representing the department. Nathan Edwin Akers, cum laude. Christopher Shane Alverson. Jessica Amen. Madeline Brooke Anderson. Savannah Lee Anderson also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Kendall Curran Bickett, cum laude. Kristen Victoria Brigg, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Arthur Benjamin Brooke. Alan James Bergmayer. Brianne Alice Canaday. Gabrielle Jacqueline Carroll.
Adeline.
Lauren Taylor Campasso. Emily Reagan Crocker, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Delaney Gartland Cruikshank, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Tina Marlene Dean. Stevie Kate Galicia, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Gabrielle Page Glennon, cum laude, also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Elena May Geyer, cum laude, also meets requirements for historic preservation and community planning. Andrew George Hendricks. Andrew is a graduate of the REACH Certificate Program. Georgia Ann Hertz, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Bailey Rayner Hughes also meets requirements for international studies. Caitlin Georgina Jackson. Michael Patrick Johnson. Raven Simone Johnson. Sierra Ray Ladino. Colin Marcelli. William Peter Marides, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Adam Wayne Miles. Blair Elizabeth Mintz. Alyssa Myers. Aaron J. Neesmith. Colin Sean Paulson. Carrie Rebecca Privet, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Robert Marshall Quo-Maltz II.
I did it!
Benjamin Cameron Schaefer, summa cum laude. Victoria Rochelle Shaw also meets requirements for secondary education cognate. Robert Elliott Slade. Alston Rivers Slay. Christian Storm Smith. Kimberly Regan Swartz also meets requirements for international business. Christopher T. R. Sweat. Grace Anderson Tate, cum laude. Marla Ashley Topiol.
Turacamo?
Scott Turacamo. Charles West Watson II. Luke Christian Weindorf. Miranda Louise Whitting, cum laude. Sarah Marie Wilson also meets requirements for studio art.
And now for the bachelor's degree in philosophy, joining us will be Dr. Todd Grantham, chair of the department. Gabriel Harry Davidson. Patrick James Ferry Jr. Jason Bradley Herman. Jillian Summer Patton. Nicholas Philip Schloss. Rebecca Lynn Stanley also meets requirements for political science. Jordan River Van Horn, cum laude. Jake Austin Webb, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for mathematics in the Honors College. Now for the bachelor's degree in political science, joining us will be Professor Gibbs Knotts, chair of the department. Joseph Bowser Offsprung. Megan Lynn Allen, magna cum laude. Sierra Ruth Anderson. James Matheson Andrews. Lauren Bree Onzaldua. Adrian James Berry. Rory Francis Benz. Nancy Lee Bradley. Rebecca Ann Brown. Seth Andrew Burrell. Daniel James Carney also meets requirements for international studies. Lance Kevin Cooper. Kaylee Ann Kernoyer also meets requirements for Spanish. John Douglas Kriminger. Danielle Delane Cox also meets requirements for international studies. Emily Christina Davidson, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for Spanish. Bradley Jean Davis. Corinne De Cristoforo. Catherine Rose Dickey, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Nicholas Vito Doria. Tierney Lauren Driscoll. Abigail Joyce Derland. Adam Dia Eldon. Emery Ersoy. Logan Elizabeth Erb. Davis Cashin Evans. Logan Pierce Fitchett. Eden Bess Gilbert. Yasmin Jare Gore. Ashley Morgan Gressens. Patrick Andrew Guthrie. Bianca Praise Hankinson. Eugene Gordon Hay VI, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Angeline Hazlitt. Emily Michelle Henderson, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Rihanna Husted. Christine Elizabeth Ingram. Elena Kaylin Johnson, top honors. William Arthur Joseph, Heinz Friedrich Kaiser. Christian Gordon Kirschner. Courtney Ashton Lawrence, cum laude, also meets requirements for theater. Andrew John Mahoney. Jeffrey John Fenton Martin, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for English and the Honors College. Taylor Ashley McCarty. Maura Wells McCravey. Daniel Nathan Meltzer, excuse me. Audrey Lee Meeser. Stuart Alexander Miller. Mackenzie Elizabeth Montz. Brett Isaac Morgenstern. Erin Marie Murphy. Joshua Scott Myers also meets requirements for English, cum laude. Christopher Joseph Natoli. Artasia Komaya Nelson. Richard Christopher Oliver. Kayla Lynn Owens also meets requirements for international studies. Alexandra Stewart Peck also meets requirements for business administration. Charles Stewart Palove. Cara Marie Pope. William Hartford Price, cum laude, also meets requirements for philosophy. Reed Taylor Rayborn. Eric Archer Rinklin. Samantha Lee Rodriguez. Chandler David Rowell. Joseph David Rutherford. David Robert Ruwadi II. Nicholas Richard Sanders, magna cum laude. Sarah Gray Saunders. Shay Kennedy Severia, cum laude. Chandler Jane Sella. Sarah Noel Simon. Logan Thomas Stump. Matthew Rose Sutton. Abigail Claire Tenenbaum, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Shelby Irene Thompson. Michael John Topitzer. Courtney Brooke Trico, cum laude, also meets requirements for economics. Hannah C. Van Vlack. Jonathan Isaac Wallach. Virginia Elizabeth Worley. Isabel Lee Williams, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Jordan Wright. Joseph Raymond Wright. Fallon Rose Wyrick. Patrick Allen Young. Now for the bachelor's degree in psychology, joining us will be Professor Gabrielle Principe, Chair of the Department of Psychology. Carolyn Jane Abbott. Stephanie Taylor Ackerman. Melina Christine Acosta. Chloe Elizabeth Ariano, magna cum laude, I apologize for that. Isabel Furs Auger, cum laude. Rebecca Louise Austin. Erica Lee Bailey, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Emily Barker. Jamie Lynn Bernoy, cum laude. Caitlin Amelia Bishop. Elsie Cassandra Bierke. Chelsea Ray Blankenship. Bryn Elizabeth Booley. Geraldine T. Bowden. Jacob Andrew Brandt. Samantha Elizabeth Brenner, cum laude. Dawn Brinkman. Haley Ann Brinson. Brianne Giselle Brown. Shannon Elizabeth Brown, cum laude. Mackenzie Clark Burdick, cum laude. Allison Marie Carnavale. Reba Jo Carroll. Stephen Christopher Karen also meets requirements for the philosophy program. Christine Logan Chambers, cum laude. Christian Michael Cherry. Danielle Olivia Chung. Savannah J. Clark. Emily Elizabeth Collins. Gentry Lynn Collins. Patricia Allison Copley. Shelton Duncan Corbett. Natania DeCasticker. Lauren Lee Deasy, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Jenna Marie Desmond. Nina Marie Dusaker. Deanna Devonshuk. Jessica Lauren Dixon. Fazneem Abid Duzaji. Also meets requirements for biology in the Honors College. Marcus Tyler Dowling. Deirdre D. Douglas Hubbard. Walter Mark Douglas Jr. Chelsea Eugenia Duke. Brittany Melissa Duncan. Andrew Griffin Furniaris. Samantha Brittany Fagan, cum laude. Catherine Grace Fairman. Nicole Marie Felak. Deja Daedric Felder. Apologize for that. Susanna Stewart Flowers. Robin Lorinda Fiorenza. Emily Caitlin Fisher. Madison Lee Fox, cum laude. Chesley Elise Foxworth, cum laude. Logan Brooke Freeman. Andre Laurent Gauss. Zachary Blaine Gerber, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Ava Elizabeth Gettinger, cum laude. Chloe Morris Green, magna cum laude. Michael Donald Gergich. She loves you too. Forrest Cooper Hammond, cum laude. Kimberly Hanger. Abigail Elizabeth Harvey. J. Paul Heck. Elizabeth Wiley Hoke. David Matthew Holbert. Rebecca Stewart Holler. Alicia Vanessa Hauser, cum laude. Timothy Patrick Howard also meets requirements for German. Bailey Alexis Humes. Wendy Renee Jackman. It's nice to meet you, Wendy. Wendy Renee Jackman. Christine Elise Johnson, magna cum laude. Jordan Brianne Johnson, cum laude. Hudson Holland Jones. Austin Charles Jurr. Kimberly Claire Camps. Hannah Carmen Kaplan. Zakia Aisha Kelly. Paris Marie King. Marcus A. Kuriluk. Emily Catherine Knopf. Amy Bennett Lane. John Henry Langen. Claire E. Larkin. Shayla Selena Lester, cum laude. Alyssa Marie Lapucci. Meredith Margaret Loftus. Callan Utter. Callan Grant Utter. Lutter, I'm sorry. Not reading my own notes here. Dominic Jacob Lumberg. Juliet Alexandra Lynch. Mary McCrae Lynch. Kirby Reed Magid. Sean William Mahoney also meets requirements for biology. Aubrey Nicole Marini, summa cum laude. Dylan Justice Mazelis also meets requirements for the Honors College. Melissa Ann McLean, cum laude. Haley Jean McMahon. Jonna Janice Beck Menke, magna cum laude. Amelia Sarah Graham Menzies, magna cum laude. Simon Lee Patrick Miller. Elizabeth Alice Morton. Daniel Robert Moxley. Marino Mugayr Baldacci, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. That was sweet. Mallory Lee Mulvaney. Tara Shea Nance. Benjamin Hines Newburn. Nicole Helene Newman. Haley Theron Nolte. Allison Lee Pedigo also meets requirements for biology. Corinne Michelle Phipps. Caitlin Christina Quinn. Terry Christine Rawls. Patricia Ann Ryan, magna cum laude. India Tylee Robbins. Foster Charlotte Rosemond. Zoe Hannah Rosa Furbett, magna cum laude. Brittany Paige Satterfield. Antoine Devonte Satterwhite. Hannah Louise Shoemaker, cum laude, also meets requirements for sociology. Malik? Devin Malik Smith. Michelle Elizabeth Smyer. Kyle Allen Sorrell Jr., magna cum laude. Andrew Lee Spector, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Catherine Bryce Stallworth. Jewel. Carly Jewel Stanley. Lauren Taylor Renee Tapia. Sarah Catherine Terrell, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for political science. Taylor Ashley Thompson also meets requirements for English. Marielle Alexandra Thotham. Brendan Michael Tobin. Taryn Marie Vanderspey. Ellery Claire Velasquez. Anne Marie Velke. Kelly Elizabeth Venezia, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Lauren Paulina Vogel. Shannon Marie Vogt. Frances Brooks Wanning. Margaret Allison Warner. Caitlin Elizabeth Weatherhead. Shanley Marie Weissmiller. Marie Pascal Welch. Megan Elizabeth White. Widmer. Jacqueline Marie Widmer. Tori Shaban Willis. Nathan Lewis Wills, cum laude. David Corey Winterman. Allison Claire Woodruff. Margaret Preston Woodwell, magna cum laude. Carly Nicole Wiley. Taylor Marie York. Jacqueline Brooke Zimmerman. And now for the bachelor's degree in public health, joining us will be Dr. Deborah McGee, director of the program. Laura Kate Anderson. Takira Lachey Barber. Anne Ralston Burris Brooke. Chloe Elizabeth Callahan, cum laude. Marseille and Terriqua Davis. Clifton Spratt Edwards. Urkel? How are you doing? Kelly Marie Urkel. Tyler Jean Freed, summa cum laude. Jordan Bree Guile, cum laude. Rebecca Faye Harrison. Melissa Monet Henderson. Daniel Whalen Holland Jr. Rachel Elizabeth Ingenere. Tanisha Shanice Singram. Amanda Sarah Levine. David Casey Mushtagi. Fred Elliott Myers III. Frances Caroline Nerano. Haley Bryden Nievergelt, cum laude. Sarah Tiffany Sisk. Francis Dartez Smalls. Joseph Andrew Tate. Avi Lee Taylor. Alyssa Lauren Safos. Christopher Parrish Verbencore. Alexis Danielle Walters. Conley Paul Wheatley. Tasia Shanice Williams. For the bachelor's degrees in religious studies, joining us will be Professor Zeph Bjerken, chair of the department. Peter Gabriel Clark, cum laude. Megan Judith Conley Frasca. Donald Earl Deering Jr. Lydia Catherine Ford. Corey Lawson Matta. Madison Elizabeth Tarleton, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Elizabeth Ross Wadsworth. Now for the bachelor's degree in sociology, joining us will be Professor Tracy Burkett, chair of the department. Brittany Nicole Anderson. Connor Patrick Benton. Carly Leanne Blatchford. Morgan Lee Brazil. Dantes Devonte Capel. Sean Neela Tripia. John Michael Collins II. Erica Taylor Conti. Tessa Dean DeGennaro, cum laude. Ross Colin Drummond. Sarah Wiley Fishkind. Jordan Hope Hatcher. Derek Roland Lane. Louisa Catherine Morella. Callie Ann McCowan also meets requirements for psychology. Kimberly Michelle McLaughlin. Tyler Charles Minor. Janice Yvetta Moody. Congratulations. Lauren Elizabeth Mullet, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Kirtham Malesh Patel. Congratulations. Nina Beth Rosenberg, cum laude. Allison Renee Salvucci. Clayton Andrew Scott. Kevin Hart Sousa. Mackenzie Nicholas Stedman. Robert Anthony Stitt. Christy Kaylin Sturgeon. Elizabeth Grace Tootin, cum laude. Randolph T. Walker. Sarah Renee Weddington also meets requirements for secondary education cognate.
For the bachelor's degree in urban studies, joining us will be Professor Kevin Keenan, director of the program. Olivia Lauren Carmody. Deirdre Carr. Matthew James Gallman. James Dow Harrelson. Erin Lisianne Sutherland. For the bachelor's degree in women's and gender studies, joining us will be Professor Allison Piepmeyer, director of the program. Shayna Rachel Bannister, cum laude, also meets requirements for sociology. Rebecca Claire Daniels, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for sociology. Rose Leah Green. Melissa Elizabeth Jacobs. Jasmine Christina Quillen. Sydney Ann May. Georgia Campbell Maynard. Akila Yedaje Worley, thank you. For the bachelor's degree in urban studies, assisting us with the graduates from the School of Languages, Cultures, and World Affairs will be Dean Antonio Tillis. For the bachelor's degree in African American Studies, joining us will be Professor Consuela Francis, director of the program. Today's graduates are the first for this program. Sierra Lee Barksdale also meets requirements for sociology. Claire Higgins Cooper, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for history and the Honors College. Hannah Kiera Craig also meets requirements for communication. Kyron Daniela Davis also meets requirements for anthropology. Liam Scott O'Leary, cum laude. Benicia Abrielle Webb. Olivia V. Williams also meets requirements for history. Jasmine Hillary Wilson also meets requirements for English. For the bachelor's degree in classics, joining us will be Professor Timothy Johnson, chair of the department. Catherine Taylor Babb, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Meredith Kate Davey also meets requirements for history. Missy Ann Graham also meets requirements for foreign language education and history. Jennifer Leslie Hill, magna cum laude. Hannah Carol McDermott, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for English. William Logan Scott, magna cum laude. Margaret Kathleen Tuttle, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. For the bachelor's degree in French and Francophone Studies, joining us will be Professor Robin Hallman, chair of the department. Colette Dunia Ashley also meets requirements for biology and the Honors College. Joseph Daniel Bonner. Brianna Jeray Jordan also meets requirements for sociology. Catherine Grace Noreen. Ashley Elizabeth Palmeter. Camille Lucy Roden. Cheryl Marie Sleppy, summa cum laude, also meets requirements for foreign language education. For the bachelor's degree in German, joining us will be Professor Nancy Nino, representing the department. Alana Victoria Allstott also meets requirements for biology and the Honors College. Kayla Brooke Barber, cum laude. Dexter Conrad Moore III. Dominica Pullman, cum laude, also meets requirements for psychology. Rebecca McCoy Smith, cum laude, also meets requirements for arts management. For the bachelor's degree in international studies, joining us will be Professor Douglas Friedman, director of the program. Remy S. Adler. Carson Billy Askins IV. Andrew William Augustine, cum laude. Sylvie Gabrielle Rose Bale. Jamie Elizabeth Baggerly, cum laude, also meets requirements for anthropology. Riley Erica Bayer. William McGeehan Bishop, magna cum laude. Claire Josette Bridgman. Mallory Rose Brown. Jamila Cecilia Brown. Jansen Thomas Busby. Maria Carlucci. Nina Cooley, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Allison Marguerite Corcoran. Nicole Elizabeth DeMarco, cum laude, also meets requirements for French and Francophone studies. Stephanie Page Dove, cum laude, also meets requirements for Spanish. Emmanuel Fabio Echeverri, also meets requirements for communication. Graham Alwyn Aloisi Edwards. Catherine Lee Irwin, cum laude. Valerie Page Espinoza. Catherine Michelle Friedman, summa cum laude. Caroline Karoon Griswold. Salim Aziz Hajar. Alexander Ryan Harris. Tyler Scott Jackson, magna cum laude. Kendall Kirk Jordan. Anastasia Marie Kurlik. Elizabeth Lauren Kruger. Leah Catherine Cutruff. Tanner Scott Landvik Larson, cum laude. Louisa Dubose Dwight Lawton. Anna Marcel Lewis. Stephanie Michaela McInnes. Craig Francis Miller. Alexander Grace Mott, also meets requirements for French and Francophone studies. Jessica Marie O'Hara. Sebastian Philippe Oppenheim. Haley Adela Utz. Danielle Barnett Rackley. Courtney Hollion Rookard. Charlotte L. Stack. Annalise Price Taylor, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for French and Francophone studies.
My last name, Tashi Fetterman.
Tashi Fetterman, thank you. Peter Powers Edward Lee Pierre Paolo Tashi Fetterman. Simone Julia Wade, cum laude. Caitlin Brooke Worley, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. William Wooldridge. Amanda Patrice Zabella. Rachel Catherine Zielinski, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in Jewish Studies, joining us will be Professor Martin Perlmutter, director of the program. Itai Bronstein. For the bachelor's degree in Latin American and Caribbean Studies, joining us will be Professor Douglas Friedman, director of the program. Kiana Ray Alexander. Austin Brianne Biggerstaff, also meets requirements for Spanish. Devin Carol Gunning, magna cum laude, also meets requirements for foreign language education and French and Francophone studies. For the bachelor's degree in Spanish, joining us will be Professor Mark Del Mastro, chair of the department. Joan Catherine Anderson, cum laude, also meets requirements for political science. Lauren Rizet Black, cum laude. Adriana Victoria Bonasorti, cum laude, also meets requirements for international studies. Catherine Grace Boyle. Jillian Elizabeth Cunningham, also meets requirements for communication. Stephanie Leanne Dukes, cum laude, also meets requirements for foreign language education. Andrew Logan Ellis, also meets requirements for public health. Matthew Thomas Ellis, also meets requirements for psychology. Julia Louise Gaskins. Molly Elizabeth Gibbs, cum laude. Nora Magdalene Grossman, top honors, also meets requirements for computer science and honors college. Cody Brandon Hoover. Donato Aron Leyva. Mark Stephen McNeil. Rachel May, cum laude, also meets requirements for political science. Jennifer Gabriella Mayen, also meets requirements for foreign language education. Catherine Ann Mays. Devin Elizabeth McNeely, also meets requirements for foreign language education. Henry Buchanan Mullen, also meets requirements for political science. Erin Colleen Smith, cum laude, also meets requirements for the Honors College. Alexandra Isabel Fawcett Somoza. Raven Shireen Thomas Smith. Melody Nicole Turner, also meets requirements for international studies. Thomas Jacob Ward. Thank you.
Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees of the College of Charleston and committed to me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science as earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Please be seated. Graduates, as you know, you didn't do this alone. Your degree is not an individual effort. I would like to recognize your mentors, the faculty members who led you in lectures and group discussions and laboratory work. Please join me in thanking your professors for their expert teaching and their dedication to your education, both inside and outside of the classroom. Your degree also represents years of preparation, a time that stretches back decades. Your family and friends moved the world to get you right here. And while you may never know all of their sacrifices, you do know their never-ending support and encouragement. This is their special moment as well. Members of the class of 2015, let's give your family and friends a round of applause. Now, as alumni of the College of Charleston, you join an amazing circle of men and women dedicated to making a difference and being a success. And in true College of Charleston fashion, we all define success in 1,000 different ways. In our very diversity of ideas and goals, we are united. As you meet other graduates, here and afar, you will immediately notice the spark that sets them apart. They, like you, are wired differently. They have a passion, a rare fire about them. You'll see how they give their heart and soul to this place. And for many of our alumni, they have found that by giving fully of themselves, they receive so much in return. I ask you to keep this College of Charleston always close to your heart. You are now an heir of this great and timeless institution. Thus, it is your duty, like the alumni before you, to honor it by your performance in life and by continued engagement with the college. We do that by volunteering on campus, by mentoring students, by making gifts, and by doing our part to attract tomorrow's dreamers, leaders, and innovators so that they, like us, will benefit from what this great institution has to offer. Our continued engagement is the best proof that the college's opportunities and impact are boundless. In short, remember this quote on life that is widely attributed to Sir Winston Churchill, and I quote, "You make a living by what you get, you make a life by what you give." I encourage you, the class of 2015, to return here as often as you can. This will always be your home, no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter where in the world you live, no matter what exciting career you pursue. This College of Charleston is forever now in your DNA. The college is proud to welcome you into our widening circle. We can't wait to see the many great things you will do. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me again in congratulating the class of 2015. Family and friends, please remain in place until the recessional is complete. Graduates, once again, congratulations. Now walk proudly through Porter's Lodge as heirs of the College of Charleston. Let's go.